I've just had to pull over to air my views about West Ham, and it's been running through my head. I've just had to pull aside, turn the engine off, and actually do a quick video. Now, West Ham's defeat last night to Wolves was embarrassing, to say the least. To lose to a B side, to have the minerals to go from a goal down to go 2-1 up, and then to just collapse in the way that they did is completely unacceptable. Now, as you can imagine, social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok have all had content where saying Potter's washed up, he's finished, he's done, get him out now. Now, I somewhat agree with that. I somewhat agree. But there has to be some element of sympathy towards Graham Potter. He looks mentally tired. He looks physically drained. Now, we don't really know what goes on in personal people's lives. But it looks like whatever is affecting him is affecting the job. And I'm not saying he's a bad manager. I'm saying he's a good manager. He's got a good record with Brighton. He had an okay-ish stint at Chelsea, despite the high level of expectation. He's created a really good career story, an underdog story. But it's not the right fit. Now, I'm sure if he leaves West Ham, he'll do a really good job at a club where he'll have more control. Probably at a lower club, Championship level, and getting back up into the Premier League, that sort of level. I'm not saying West Ham are above that. I'm not saying that where they are at the moment, they're a bottom half team, and I'm basically I'm pitching Potter's job back to Potter. But what I'm saying is that West Ham, we need something completely different, something that fits the model and the make of what we are as a club. Sadly, time has expired on Potter. Again, not the right fit. We need to remove him from his duties now to ease the burden, let him get on with what he needs to do, and we need to hire someone that's going to come in that has a bit more mental strength, a bit more pragmatic, and can offer more attacking opportunities. But also the board need to put their money where their mouth is and buy a coach that's currently in a job. And for me, this is controversial pick, a very controversial pick, but you can't knock this guy's doing well. And that's Frank Lampard. I think it's time to bring the boy back home because he's a man now. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders in terms of the fan base. He left under a cloud, but he's got West Ham in his DNA. His dad is a second most appeared West Ham player, second most decorated player at the club, behind Bobby Moore. His dad is someone that should get more plaudits at the club, considering what he gave as probably his legend status. Frank Lampard Senior, he is, and his son could have went that way if it wasn't for agents and the board at the time selling him and the fan base getting on his back because of the ability that he held and because of the gateway that he had. But Frank Lampard, for me, as West Ham manager, it sounds right. For me, it sounds right. When you look at the current squad and they're looking to Graham Potter, they look for him for inspiration. They look for him for respect for what he's done in the game. No. When you look at Frank Lampard, you could probably argue he has played a decorated career, winning all the trophies he could possibly imagine. He's a 100-cap England international. Players will look up to this guy. And he knows what it means to be playing academy-level players because he is a product himself. So for me, Frank Lampard to replace Graham Potter, we need to get this done as soon as possible. We need to pay him out of his contracts at Coventry City, because if we're judging Graham Potter after 2 games, we can judge Frank Lampard after 2 games. And he's managed to demolish... we've let in 11 goals in 3 games. He scored over 12 in 2. It's a no-brainer. Sullivan, get your Diddy hands, then your Diddy pockets, and get your fat checkbook out and get Frank Lampard over the club. You're in a no-win situation here, because whoever you sign, it's going to be an almost linked signing if you look at Daesh and any other agents that's going through your gateway channels. But let's just get this right. Good managers are always in good work. Are always in work. Any manager that's out of work, there's a reason for that. Either they're on a sabbatical or they're not good enough. So Frank Lampard is in work. Get him from Coventry to the London Stadium. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. So thank you. Don't forget to like and comment, and check us out Thursday night on a live stream at 8:30. See you later.